gentlemen. Okay, so now let's now look at the market. Let's now recover the session that we had due to sound constraints. So now we're just gonna start afresh and then see what we can find, see that what we can detect from the market. All right, I'm gonna start checking the progress there. And then yeah, so now guys, this is gold, this is Tau USD, this is gold. And then firstly, first of all, you need to understand that there is this important pattern that you must know. There is this important pattern that you must know before even dealing with gold. So we find something interesting on gold whereby we have got something like an ascending triangle. You see, this triangle is in an ascending, which means it's ascending. You see, so it's an ascending triangle. What? How do we trade this thing? Because we can't just enter this thing uh, due to us being aware that the market can just hit our stop loss and go to the opposite direction. So how do we trade this one? Check this out, guys. I'm just gonna indicate this area there. This area is my point of interest. And then what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for the market to break this area, retest this area, and then push to the downside. You see, so it will push to the downside whereby my stop loss is above there. Okay, it's a kind of like slow this thing, but yeah, whereby my stop loss is above there. Or if you are risk free, or if you like to take risk, you can just put your stop loss somewhere around there. And then yeah, and then you might focus your take profits somewhere around there. So this is how you trade this pet. This is an ascending triangle. This is how we trade it. We wait for the breakout and retest, and then after retest, that's whereby we enter. We enter on this what, on this red part. And then I'm gonna remove what, my drawings now. So now look at gold. We are looking at it starting from the daily chart. So we're gonna start from the daily chart, analyzing from the daily chart. So what can we see from gold on the daily chart? We understand that we have got something very very similar on gold. We've got something that is similar. But firstly, you start by identifying your lowest point. Where is your lowest point? This is my lowest point, and then this is your lowest support, meaning this is your lowest point. After that, you identify your highest resistance or your highest point. Your highest resistance is around there, you see. So you can see that the market range is around that area. So after you have identified things like this, now you start drawing your trends. But how do we draw valid trend lines? Check this out, guys. From this point where we started here, we'll focus our point until an area around there. We don't know where the graph will touch there, so we will just focus our triangle, our circle somewhere around there. We will just adjust it as soon as we draw our valid trend line. So starting from this point to this one, you can see that we had a very nice trend that was moving. Gold was following a very nice trend. We can even put a trend starting from this area going to this one. Actually, after going to this one, we can have something like this. So this is actually a trend line. A trend line, it is not necessary for a trend line to be parallel, but a trend line must touch more than three parts, and then that's how we consider a valid trend line, you see. So as we can see, we're done identifying our overall trend line. And then we understand that the market was in a bearish momentum. Now it's currently giving us bullish signs. So after doing this thing, now you start going deeper. You start understanding. You start analyzing from the nearby points or from the current market price. So where do we want to see our market? We can see that we have got an important area, and then a person will be asking me, why do we say that this is an important area? Due to the fact that it touches this area, at the same time it touches this area. You can understand that this is a strong region, and the market reacted to that region at this point, but I'm not going to indicate it for now. Let's just see where the market started to give us this kind of shape. the market started to give us this kind of shade as soon as it was done retesting, because we understand that as soon as the market breaks our structure, we don't just enter there, but we wait for something like a retest or the retracement to show that the market is going indeed to our direction. So we're gonna move to the 4 hour time frame now, and then I'm gonna show you something that is very amazing. We are moving into the 4 hour time frame. Remember, we're still looking at gold, and then some may call it KAU USD. It's just the same. So when drawing my trend line, check guys how accurate I draw my trend line. From this portion, I'm gonna connect it to this one. We can understand that okay, it was following that trend, and then from this portion, connecting it to this area. The reason why I didn't connect it here, because this is that was just a breakout. It's a breakout now. The market is breaking out that structure, you see. So if you can check this structure, you can understand that this structure is very similar to what we did earlier. So how do we trade this structure now? Due to a confluential matter. What is a confluence? A confluence is a mixture of trading ideas that gives you a straight confirmation of your decision of the market. So check this out. Starting from this point, I'm gonna indicate it, because remember, guys, remember when we did the strategy of the detach of a trend line, we actually considered these points. You see, we considered this point, and then we said the market can come back, can do like this, and then come back to this area, and then after that we take a nice sell, so around this area. So we know now how we work with this thing. But check this out, guys. I just want to show you something that is very amazing here, because if you can check somewhere around there, we've got a rejection, which means there are restrictions. It shows that the market is failing to go up now. So we might be having a potential sell on this area. So we might we might start selling around this area, whereby we put our stop loss around there, and then maybe our take profits somewhere around there. So it depends on how you risk, but most the advisable risk management, you can say 1:3. You see, the risk of reward, I mean. So 1:3. So if you have done like, if you have done your analysis like this, and then you just wait for confirmation, then you execute a trade. You see, so this is an ascending. You can see ascending triangle, and then actually we were waiting for the breakout since in the morning, and then now a retest is done in a form of rejection. So we might be expecting a potential sell on gold. So this is gold, guys. If you have a question, you know what to do. You can ask me via WhatsApp. Yeah, we roll like that. You know the vibes, guys. So now I'm gonna make another video, and then we're gonna dwell into Euro USD, and then see how we execute, how we analyze this thing, how we look at the market, but based on the fact that you keep in